Alright everybody, welcome back to Let's Play Demon's Crest. This is our third episode now, and when we were last together we defeated Arma and got the Crest of Wind, which will allow us to become the Air Gargoyle. So we're going to take a quick trip back to town, so our friend at the fountain can tell us about the Air Gargoyle. And you know, while we're here, we can grab some more spells and some more potions. Oh, and here's our buddy who can tell us about the talisman. This is the talisman called Crown. It will allow you to collect money more easily. So while we have the Crown talisman equipped, enemies are more likely to drop money, and when we smash things, we're more likely to get money. So it gets real quick, real easy, real quick to rack up money. But that's not why we're here. We're here to check out the Aerial Gargoyle. Check out this badass looking pteranodon. Hey you! You look like a good flyer. You should be able to fly in strong winds, with wings like those. Alright, so Air Gargoyle, or Aerial Gargoyle, can hover just the way Firebrand does, but he can soar up. So he can fly over obstacles as well. He cannot headbutt though, and he probably has one of the strongest blasts in the game. But we're going to turn back into Firebrand real quick. We are going to grab some potions. We are going to, you know what, we got enough money for it. We're going to grab a ginseng. This potion restores all of your vitality. Will you buy it? Yeah, we will. Now, sulfur exits a stage, and mercury exits an area. I don't think we need either of those right now. Let's take a quick stop at the potion shop. No, that was the potion shop. We're going to stop at the spell shop. Now, we've already taken a look at Shadow and him, so let's grab Hold. Your enemies will be held in one place for a short time. And Shock. You are Shock! The earth will quake and the enemies on the ground will be damaged. Alright. Probably won't have too many chances to use those spells, because so many of our enemies fly. But, you know, we can have some fun. Headbutt. Alright, now we're going to go over to this stage. This is technically the third stage, but there's a reason I wanted to save it for now. That reason is the Aerial Gargoyle. Now, not only can our buddy here fly around, its attack can break these vines. And you see it's destroying most enemies with one hit. So Aerial Gargoyle is a great gargoyle to use when it's effective. There are unfortunately some enemies that take no damage from Aerial Gargoyle, and that's a problem. And that is why we want Aerial Gargoyle here, so we can break those vines and grab that urn. Now, that wall sure looks odd, doesn't it? We can smash our way through this wall, but we're going to leave it alone for the time being. Alright. Now we could platform around here. We could go explore that water. But it's not really worth it at the moment. Just want to leisurely fly across. Oh, what's that? Okay, some sort of horrible fire monster has set the forest afire. And now we have new environmental hazards. We gotta be careful to avoid them. And there are still monsters around. Can't get through that armor, but our Buster Crest can. It's a good thing we switched to Buster Crest. We can smash our way through this wall. And this mound of dirt we are going to smash open. Because there's something in there we want. It's our next crest. This is the Skull Talisman. Now, again, I know what that does, and we don't need it at the moment, but when we're done with the stage, we'll go back to town and have our buddy tell us about it. Alright. Now, inside that urn is a health restore, but we're actually going to avoid it. There's a reason we're going to avoid it. The boss is coming up. But Ed, that's foolish. Why wouldn't you want full health to fight the boss? Because there's a little trick. We're going to let this boss kill us. And we're going to retry the stage. And if you look around, the forest that was on fire is gone. It's all burnt out now. And if we fly back just a little bit, we'll discover that there was a life gem hiding in that burning bush. So now we have extra life to go take on the boss of this stage. And what's more is the forest in this area is all burnt out too. Which means we've created more area for us to move around, and we've actually taken away some of his offensive capability. Now we're going to use the ground gargoyle against him, because he's actually immune to the attacks of the air gargoyle. It makes some thematic sense, doesn't it? The fire monster is immune to the air gargoyle's attacks, but is harmed by the ground gargoyles. Alright, now this horrible fire spirit is changing its form, becoming a floating skull of fire, and its attack pattern switches up a little bit. It's going to dive down at us, or it's going to drop fire at us, or it floats over us. Oof. We came prepared. We have ginseng. Will the ginseng be enough? Yes, it was. And we get our next piece of crest. You got the piece of the fire crest called Tornado. With it, you can jump higher than before. Now that doesn't work quite the way it sounds. It doesn't actually make you jump higher. What it does is it creates platforms of air for you to jump on. I'll show it to you when we get to the next stage. But first, going back to town, we're going to find out what the Skull Talisman does. This is the talisman called Skull. It allows you to capture soul energy more easily. What that means is healing items will appear more frequently. So if you're taking a beating and you want some health, put that on. But right now what we want is money. We're going to go back over here and buy another potion. We'll keep up with the ginseng. Now, let's take a look at our map. We've opened up 2 more areas, 5 and 6. Now, there were more things we could do at 3, but we're going to go over 5 now. Now, this appears to be some sort of underwater temple. Or sunken temple is probably a better way to describe it. We can't do much in the water just yet. But if we keep flying, and we get crapped on by these bird monsters, we'll find an entrance. A statue for our buddy to crush. See, our bird friend is destroying these guys with one hit. Doesn't that look kind of odd? The floor's uneven up here. You know why? Because we can fly up here. We can smash these stones. And look, we get a life gem. We could have come up this way, but since we can fly, we took a shortcut. And you see, that's how claw works. Normally that spiky wall would damage us, but if we put the claw up there, we're alright. We could even use the claw to climb here, but we don't need to, we're alright. Maybe we're not alright. Run, run, it's going to kill us! Still coming at us. Alright, and this is our next boss. This guy's a pain. We only strike him when he reveals his weak spot. For some reason, he doesn't want to do it. So what we're going to do is just fly right over him. Now, I don't know if he will actually turn around. But we're going to use ground gargoyle to fight him. One of the reasons we're going to use ground gargoyle is because we can destroy those little clones he makes on the floor. And also one-shot the ones that fly out of his back. There we go. When he opens his eye like that, that's when he's vulnerable. Now this can be a long or short fight, depending on how aggressive he is. Since we can only hurt him when his eyes open, because he's a jerk and won't turn around, we're going to have to keep flying over him and waiting for him to reveal his weak spot. Open up that eye. Come on, you. Ah, careful. Don't let those stones get you. But I do believe he's changed color on us, so we should put him down soon. And down you go, you horrible corpse-eating ball of slime. And what's this? You have found the Crest of Water. With it, you can morph into T-Gargoyle, which I think stands for Tide, and swim beneath the oceans. Now, that's important, because now we can go into the water without taking damage. So we're going to visit town real quick. I want to see what our friend the Fountain Gargoyle has to say about Tidal Gargoyle. Look at this awesome gill man. Whoa, you can swim? There are those who say that there are treasures under the sea. Maybe you can find them. Well, we can. The first thing we want to do We go over here and buy a potion. We are going to buy the sulfur potion, because this potion enables us to flee from battle, which I'm pretty sure means the stage altogether. If you remember, this part of town had water in it. Now, when we're in the water, we don't take damage now, and our attack becomes even more powerful. We can also swim. Sort of the way we fly, we can just kind of swim in a straight line. But I don't think we get the ability to climb the walls any longer. We can't headbutt anything. But there's another urn. Nope, we're going to go back to our regular form. I'm going to take one last dip. And we get our well, not our last, but we get our next talisman. This is the hand talisman. We're going to use the sulfur potion to escape. But we're going right back into town so we can find out what the hand talisman does. This talisman is called Hand. It will enable you to use your magic more quickly. Now what that means is you can fire your attacks faster. So Firebrand here is now firing 2 shots instead of just 1. I think other ones fire even faster. Buster is now firing 3. Not so bad when you want to be able to hit an enemy really quick a lot of times. We're going to keep Crown on, because we want to collect more money while we're playing. Okay, now that's not quite exactly half an hour, but I think now's a good time to take a break, because we just got our title gargoyle form, and there are lots of places to go exploring. So we're going to call it an episode here. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next episode.